This is Jane Lofton, and I'm going to talk about Jing, a screencasting and image capture tool. Screencasting can be a really helpful and effective way to flip your library and to provide on-demand tutorials for students and teachers, showing them how to do something on a computer. So often showing is so much better than telling. There's lots of tools out there for screencasting. The one I'm going to be focusing on is Jing, which has a number of advantages. One that is that it's free, the other is that it's very easy to use, and it has a lot of really good tutorials telling you how to do everything you need to. It's provided by a company called TechSmith. Um, I've already gone ahead and downloaded it, but I'm not going to go through that. It's very, very easy to do. I am going to go ahead and start it. Here we go. And when it started, it appears as this little sun over here. And when you hover over it, you have these various options. If you go to more, there's an option to go to preferences, and there's a lot of things you can do, like set up a hotkey. You can say whether you want to launch it on startup, whether you'd rather have it on the menu bar than the sun, and so on. I'm just going to leave those as is for now, and I'm going to go ahead and to start a capture, I'm going to click here. I can do the whole screen if I drag these crossbars all the way. As it goes over windows, it will highlight them, ones that you might want to choose. What I find easiest to do is to start in one corner, click, and then hold down and drag, and then when I get to the opposite corner, I release. And that's going to be my capture area. If I need to adjust it, I can by dragging, from sides or bottom. I have these icons available to me. This first one is to capture an individual image, which I could then annotate with arrows, text, and so on. I'm doing screencasting though, so I'm going to click here, and it's going to let me know that it's about to start. And once it does, whatever appears inside this area is what's going to appear in my final video. If I wanted to do a tutorial, I can go ahead and, for example, show students how we can do MLA citations. I don't know why that popped up for a moment. By going to the library webpage that has help on EasyBib, we can go ahead and go over to the EasyBib site. And of course, anything that I click on or do, they're going to see my cursor move and so on. If I want to put something else in the window, I can. Anything that I put in the window is going to appear in the final recording. We'll get rid of that now. And if I needed to pause for any reason, I can click there and then I can resume when I'm ready. When I'm done, I'm going to click Finish. And then it will bring it up in a preview so that I can see whether I'm happy with it. If I'm not, I can throw it away, start over again. I can change the name from the default date if I want. And I have a couple of different save options. The save will save it as a Flash or SWF file on my computer, which I can then play by dragging into a browser. I'm going to recommend the Screencast.com option. This will save it to the TechSmith Screencast.com site. And once it's on that site, I can organize my screencasts into folders. I can get a link so that I can share that link with people to play it. I can also get embed code so that I can embed the screencast in my site, which is what I'm probably going to do. Once it's done, it will let me know that it's ready, and I could go directly there to view it. I'm just going to click OK because I want to actually go to the site and show you the folders. You do need to set up an account, which is easy to do, and it's free, and then you need to log in. And once you do, you're going to want to set up folders to organize your work. But by default, anything that you record is going to be in the Jing folder, so we'll go ahead and go there. And here it is. If I want to make changes in the name, description, and so on, I can. I can also set privacy options, although I want it to be public. Right now, I'm just going to, in the interest of time, I'm just going to leave that. And then the other option here that's important is this one, and this will give me the link that I can use to get to the video and the embed code that I can use to embed it in my website. I could also, of course, embed it in a blog or a wiki. And that is really the basics. It is a great and easy tool. There are some limitations. You can only do 5-minute videos with the free version. You can't do any editing afterwards. And if you save the file, it's not a file that you can upload to YouTube. I do sometimes like to upload to YouTube. I would need to find some other software to convert the Flash file to a file that YouTube can read. There is an upgrade option if you go to the Jing site. What you're going to want to upgrade to, they used to have a pro version. Now what they suggest you get is Snagit, which will allow you to do longer videos, has some other features that will help with editing and so on. And the educational version is just $29.95, so that might be a good buy. You can also do a free trial. So I encourage you to try out Jing and to follow my plan of doing a lot of screencasts to help my students in my library. So happy screencasting. Thanks for listening.